This is gonna be a drag. I don't really have any voice myself, and I still can't believe I decided to talk about this. Hi everyone, my name is Matt, and today we are going to talk about the depth of the human voice. Of course, in this video, one of the main subjects will be the beautiful god of evil, the magnificent corpse husband. I'm sorry. Because if you have living under a rock for the past few months, there has been hype around a particular YouTuber known for telling horror stories. He has started playing Among Us with other well-known YouTubers, and there are a few reasons behind his new popularity and the particular growing number of people who have started to simp around him. And yes, I can use the word simp in this situation. Y'all can go eat a car, cause I don't care. And no, thank you Urban Dictionary, I will not order a simp mug simply because I don't have any colleagues and this is pretty inappropriate. We will not cover Corpse's medical history or any other factor such as the hypothesis behind the depth of his voice, simply because I consider it to be a personal matter and maybe this is a subject for other YouTubers. I will concentrate my efforts in the way that social and biological science can explain the contribution to the depth of a voice into the recent popularity, even though he was already quite famous before having started playing Among Us. According to Social Blade, his monthly new subscriber peaked around September 2020, at the exact same time he started playing Among Us with well-known YouTubers like Pewes, Jack and Psychono. And it's most likely that the drama and reaction of those YouTubers to his voice has contributed to the reborn legend behind Corpse Husband.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person either. I just woke up.
Oh my god.
late.
Jesus. You just wake up?
Yeah,
Another one of those
too.
Mondays.
It's like a 40 hertz voice.
It seems like to be a straight fact. Deep voice are sexy. Is it really true though? Even though Corpse hasn't shown his face to his enormous number of fans. But really, is it? There are plenty of videos talking about this fact, and I will take the interesting case of Corpse to illustrate this particular phenomena. When you think deep voice, there are a few examples that comes to your mind. There is Red Pepper, who has done hundreds of movie trailers in the 90s.
This October 12th, in the pouring British rain, one girl faces the smelliest weekend of her life.
We have a couple other examples, or a comedian, such as Alan Rickman. He is Professor Snape reading Shakespeare.
I have seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress.
But of course, one of the best examples of all is Morgan Freeman.
Shake it. Get down with Issa.
And for personal observation, it may seem like they have been given serious and mysterious roles in their career, and I think this could be a case for actors, even actresses with deep voice. Maybe the depth of the voice is often associated with seriousness and something that gives a sort of deep voice effect. The depth of the voice is often associated with seriousness. More accurately, this seems to create a sort of halo effect, which is described by Britannica as an error in reasoning, in which an impression formed from a single trait of characteristics is allowed to influence multiple judgments or rating of unrelated factors, and so a really strong psychological bias. Other attractiveness components normally should be taken into account, like described as active attractiveness. Its definition must be expanded to include variants of dynamic attractiveness. Other attractiveness components normally should be taken into account, while the voice is a strong component in the attractiveness. We need to add other type of attractiveness components. This includes an individual's nonverbal expressive behavior, conversational skills, and sense of humor, as well as an individual's receptiveness and responsiveness to others, and his or her ability to engage in honest and reciprocal self-disclosure. In this case, we can easily attribute the humor and personality attractiveness to the character of Corpse. He is mostly popular now for the reaction around his voice, but let's not forget that he is a great storyteller. Of course here, some visual type of dynamic attractiveness cannot be taken into account simply because Corpse hasn't revealed his face. even though the depth of the voice is often treated as something important for attractiveness. Some studies found negative correlation between the depth of the voice and different growth of the body, meaning that the head, waist, height, and weight would not have nothing to do with lower voice range, because some associate the range of different physical capacities such as height, weight, when they have in fact no notable or weak correlation. Another interesting fact is that politicians' pitch voice tend to have an influence on their voters. In a study that included a scenario of national election and wartime scenario, participants preferred to vote for people, or politician in this case, with lower pitched voice over politicians with higher pitched voice. Lower pitched voice are more strongly associated with integrity in the national election scenario than in the wartime scenario. There was more than just the lower range of his voice that made Corpse the YouTuber he is today. But of course, it has played a major role in his legend, with people simping over him all around the globe, as he has released his new song about eagles or I don't know what. Corpse's halo effect was clear and easy to establish with all the examples I just gave you. Now it is fun to imagine that there is more scientific reason behind this new popularity than what you might have think. But let's not forget that he has a great talent for storytelling and other things than just having a deep voice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I worked really hard to establish a link between the depth of the voice and direct scientific phenomena. So if you like, don't forget to subscribe and hit that ring button if you want other type of videos of this kind on my channel. Thanks for watching.